You want to warm up?
Yeah.
Tia, what'd you clock your forehand at?
He didn't do my forehand.
Backhand?
I think I got like a 70.
70?
I don't know.
Tia supporting me and me supporting her has been something that we've always done. I take that very seriously. I want to be the best role model I can for her by working hard and just being the best tennis player and brother I could be. I mean, when I watch her play tennis, that's the most nervous I ever get. I want her to win every point. And she's kind of the same way. She's my biggest fan when I'm playing, and she wants me to always win and always have success on the court. And it's just super cool having someone I could rely on all the time.
Forehand's looking good, Tia.
Yeah, feels better.
You're not missing.
Not for me. My parents were born and brought up in India, specifically a city called Jamshedpur. Family was like a very important thing for them, even in India, so they kind of brought that into our culture here. My parents were very involved. They loved watching both of us play all the time.
My dad kind of got me and my sister into tennis when we were pretty young. I was probably about 4 and she was like 2, and we just went to the park next to our house and we just played with our dad and just hitting and having fun, and I kind of picked it up pretty quickly.
Tennis was one of the reasons we even got closer. I mean, one of the objectives of getting them into tennis was to have quality time together.
It was all started off on the fun side, the recreation side of it. You know, they were too young for us to even think at that time that they would, develop the talent or they would have the interest.
When I was younger, the only person I really trained with was Tia. And I feel like we both helped our game so much because Tia was also picked up tennis super quickly and was really good for her age. We would just practice probably like 5 times a week together.
He was always like a primary coach almost for me. Like even when I had like actual coaches, I would honestly mainly go to him for advice because like he knew exactly what I was going through. He had just done it.
Josh definitely had a kind of a mentor coaching type attitude towards her, but they have a very complimenting attitude. So Josh was known for his forehand, and Tia had a backhand that Josh would say, that's money. If I had a backhand like Tia, my opponents would have nowhere to go.
Her backhand is lethal. Like, it's something I wish I had. Like, even now, like, her backhand is so good. Her backhand down the line, it's definitely a lethal shot.
I just always remember Josh was always on the court next to me. We'd always practice together. I just always remember him supporting me and being there for me.
It was just super cool that I had someone I could like compete with, and Tia was just the perfect person for that. Like, we both made ourselves better. When we both won the Midwest Close, that was one of the coolest moments I've had with her for sure. The Midwest Close was probably the biggest tournament for us in the Midwest. It's the hardest tournament for sure.
Leading up to it, both of us, we weren't really expected to win, so we didn't like go in with like the highest of expectations. We were both in the finals, so after playing that finals match, the first thing I did after that was I went to my mom and I was like, how did Josh do? And when she said he won, it was like just such a good feeling because I was super proud of him and I was super proud of myself. So it was just a great feeling overall.
It's a week-long tournament. Every match was tough. There was a lot of hard work from their perspective. They used to play a lot of tournaments. They would practice long hours on court, off court. I felt all their hard work paid off.
It was like a surreal moment almost. Tia had some tough competition, had some tough matches, and she gritted it out. And I did as well, so it's just super cool that we both got through it and we both won the tournament in the same year.
It did instigate a lot of belief that yes, that they can do it. And of course, they are going to play college tennis. This gave them a boost of belief in themselves and in their game, which did go a long way.
My tennis game has developed immensely since I've been here. My serve has gotten better. I'm hitting my forehand much bigger. My backhand's improving a ton. End of my freshman year, I was developing some knee pain and it kept getting worse and worse as the season went on, but I didn't think too much of it. I was like, I'm just gonna get through it and it'll be okay.
Josh had a super good freshman year. He was playing some of his best tennis, and then even towards the end of that, I could see he was starting to struggle a little bit on court, and he didn't want to stop because he was playing so well. So I understood that, but at the same time, I was kind of trying to tell him you should take it a little slow, you don't want to make it worse.
When the season ended, it just wasn't getting better and it was hurting all the time. So I ended up getting knee surgery that summer. They only said I'd be out 6 months because they didn't know how bad it was till they got inside. So then after I woke up, they told me it's gonna be more like a year and a half. That was pretty devastating for me because that's such a long time, and I felt kind of disheartened at that moment. I missed all of my sophomore season and I missed my junior season most of the fall. I just didn't know what I could do. I mean, I felt so helpless. I was like, is my knee ever gonna feel good? I wasn't super emotional. I didn't really tell too many people how I was feeling, so I kind of kept it inside.
It was pretty tough to see him going through that because he had such a good year and he was hoping to go into his sophomore year even stronger. It was difficult to see him not being able to do what he loves, but I mean, I tried to help him as much as I could.
He just wanted to get back on the court, right? And Tia is the one who actually started him off. She would go and hit with him in the summer so that he could feel, how good he is feeling. Being in the same sport, Tia was able to connect with Josh, I think, way more than we did, or even we could have, because some of the frustrations that as a player, what Tia can understand is very different from what we as parents. It was tough.
Tia supported me through that moment super well, I thought. She was one of the few people that I would talk to about it and tell her what's going on in my mind. And she kept reminding me that I was a great tennis player. I had a great freshman season. When your knee heals up, you're gonna be just as good, if not better. When I was hurt and I couldn't move, she would still kind of rally with me and made me feel good again just being back on the court and hitting tennis balls. So I'm super grateful that she was there for me in that moment. It was for sure a tough period for me, but I definitely think I came out of it stronger at the end.
Where are you guys going this weekend?
Purdue in Indiana. What about you guys?
Ohio and Penn.
Ohio State good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Michigan State has definitely added a lot to our relationship. We can, relate even more than we could before. We're both traveling a lot. We're both always have practices, always have workouts, things like that. So it's just more things we can talk to each other about and help each other out on.
Michigan State was always the school in my mind. I know I wanted to stay in state, and I've always loved MSU. I was a big fan, and just having her here at the same time, even though I don't see her as much as I did when I was back home, just knowing that she's here and that my best friend is here, it was awesome.
Tia was decided on the September of her junior year that she was going to go to Michigan State, partially because of the visits that we had and partially because of Josh. Him talking to her about the college, the facilities, the programs, the beauty of it and everything.
I feel super lucky to have Josh here through my journey. Even back home, we were always playing next to each other, so the fact that we can still continue to do the same here pretty much is a really nice feeling. It's just he's been through all of the things that I've been through, so even our major, we're both in supply chain management, so any concern or any question that I have, I just always know I can turn to him.
It's a huge blessing to be able to accomplish what they have, and tennis is one thing, but it gives you so much more to your character and personality. Everything kind of like a chess game fell in place for both of them. Coaches keep saying that we are a Michigan State family, so we now we cannot go and watch those matches, but when we are there, we feel blessed.
It's so cool just to have someone who's taking the same path as me and who I can mentor and help on the way from what I learned. I want the best for her. I want her to do better than I did. I want her to be a better tennis player than I was. Have her hang some banners here. I can learn from all my experiences and help her. I think it's super special that we're on a similar path.